Okay, so today I thought I would show you how to do the name shaped cards. Rather than choose a name, I thought with Father's Day coming up, that's what we'll do. So I need a square right now. Obviously I need some text. I'm going to use Dad. I know not everyone does, and I like quite a solid font. So what we're just going to do is offset it. We want outward, and we only want an outside line because there's not enough inside. So that's 2 of them. 3 layers, so we can do one colour, second colour, same colour as the third one, and then we want another one for the actual card. So these ones we'll move to the side. I'm just going to centre and centre them so they're all together. Then we're going to bring this in, and what we want, if I'm doing a 6 by 6, the outside square of the card has to be 5 3/4, because the envelope is always 6 by 6, so you want enough room to fit in, which means we've got to make that a bit bigger. Now in that case you need to bring these together, so because we need to resize all of them together, otherwise they don't fit. Okay, now you know you don't want it any bigger than 575, because that's the size of the card. So then what we're going to do is just bring this one down and move the other 3 over. Now we know they're the right size, we don't pretty much need them anymore, but we need this one. Again, always centre to make sure that you got it in the right place. Now this height is 781, which is too big, so we need to bring this down by a couple of inches. So 3, that sounds about right actually. Let's see, that makes it 585, so we need to go down another 0.1. So there we go, that should be exact now. Always check the height, 575 by 575. So we can weld. Then we need to duplicate and flip it vertically. When we've done that, we're going to put them together, and that is your card base. You just want them touching, and then again center align them to make sure that they're exact, and weld again. And there you have your card base. You have your letters to fit onto the card base. There we go. So now we need to think about what we're going to put here. Now I've decided I am going to make a belt with a buckle. So I need this one, and I think I used that one. I need a triangle. Let's go for that one. Circle to make holes in the belt. rectangle. And a thinner one. Quite a few shapes, but you'll see how they're going to work. So, what have we got here? Right, so this one is for this layer. Now we know that this one is 575 across, so we know we need that. 5.5, because you go down in 1/4 inches when you're doing layers. But that means we need this one I reckon about 3.5. Let's try that. That's a little bit too big. So we'll go down tiny bit because it goes over the letters there. We don't want that. There we go, 3.4. So that is for the background. This one. What's next? The circles we know. I'll put them down in size, but we know what they're for. What's next? The triangle is for the end of the belt. This square is for the buckle. So is this. So yeah, let's put that there so we know where it is. So for the buckle, what we need to do is offset. Inward. Okay. That's still not thick enough for me, so I'll go a little bit more. And centre. That's better. And then we're going to get this. Turn it round. And I want the strip about 0.5, I think. That sounds about perfect. Okay, before we centre that, I just want these two. And what we're going to do is remove overlap. Because then that just means that we've got a gap in the middle of the shape. You can delete that one. And then bring this one over. Make sure it's in between the two. And then centre it into the middle. And then you're going to weld. There's your buckle. Now for the belt, which is this piece. And this piece. We'll turn it round. Best thing to do. The height of that is 197. Which we want this width. 197. So that we know that it's going to be the exact size. Centre them this way through the middle. Yeah, I think that might be able to go back a bit more. That's it. And then we'll weld. Perfect. And then we can just, maybe not. Didn't think of that. That wasn't the right size, was it? No. Okay, I'm going to get another one. And add it on. But this one I'm going to stretch out a bit so that we've got quite a long. out and then weld them. I should have stretched out the shape before I welded. Okay, so then we need to get it so that it will fit there, but also, that's it. I think I'll do it at about 7.5. So this one needs to be the same. Was that 7.4? 0.74. Just so it's the same. Stretch it out a little bit, so that's like the other end of the belt coming round. The buckle obviously now needs to be I'm going to undo that because I didn't shape it very nicely. Okay, so the buckle, let's see what that's like. You can see it's going to slip in quite nicely. So then the holes, you've got to have holes in the belt. Is that about the right size? No, you need them a bit smaller. Yeah, I'd say that'll do. Maybe a bit smaller actually. Oh, come on. And duplicate. Duplicate. And duplicate. 6 holes sounds about right to me. So now what we're going to do is put them in a straight line, which is either line at the top or line at the bottom, doesn't matter which way round, and spread them out evenly. Still a little bit big, aren't they? What I'm going to do, just move that one up there. That's it, spread them out a little bit more. Yeah, I think that'll do. Bring it to the front because somehow it's behind the belt. The rest of them, first of all, make sure it's in the middle of the belt, so that's this way, and then I want the holes. No, I don't need it all. We're going to remove overlapped again, so we haven't got to worry about grouping and things like that. Okay, and then all we do is take that away, and we can get rid of all these. So that's our little belt. So now we've got all that, all we need to do is a little greeting, Happy Father's Day. That's what I'm thinking. So we can ungroup that actually. I forgot I'd grouped that. We want to keep this, but everything else, let's just check I got it all. Okay, so we know we've got to play with this, and there's got to be a belt buckle. So we don't want too much, and that one. I was thinking of just writing a little sentiment just there like that. Okay, so this is what we're going to use. I done an inward so that we can have just one little mat. Oh. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then the text. I'm obviously just going to put Happy Father's Day, but you could draw or foil it if you wanted. I like this one. I'm going to draw it out, but obviously I don't think I put capital F. I'm just going to change that. There we go. Yeah, you could foil. Do it how you like, really. So it looks nicer a bit spread out. It probably would look nice in gold foil, but I think I want it like this. Now we've got everything, you can send it over in bits and pieces and start doing it on your scan and cut. If you're not sure how to, sorry, we've got to change that to draw before you send it over. You have to do it before, you can't do it once it's over on the machine. So, if you have any problems about how to do foiling on your scan and cut, let me know and I will do a quick video on it. Okay, so we'll send everything over, get it all cut out, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I've cut everything out and now we're going to make it. It's that way round. You don't really need score marks when you've got the letters because they fold quite well anyway. So always start off with the letters. Where's the... So that's the bottom layer. I just printed some papers out of my computer. I might have to take the lid off, Trace. I'll put them on the website for anyone that wants to use the same ones for you to download. Okay. So I've just gone very basic. I would love to see any ideas you guys have come up with and made. So if anyone goes ahead and makes this, I'd love to see it on the Facebook page. Share it. I'd like to see other people's ideas. Okay. I did only use paper because there's enough layers. I don't think I needed to use too much card, so I just printed it on paper. So you can do Dad, Father, or maybe a nickname, Papa. So there, we've got the Dad on top. I really like that paper. It's like Hessian. Okay, so this has got a right way round. I think I've done that first, yeah. Just a bit of gold in between the layers. Just works at giving it a bit of a push. I always do a very thin border round. I don't like too much space in between. Okay, so then what I was trying to do, we'll have Happy Father's Day down there like that. So let's, actually I might put the gold on pads, just so that it can stand up. And I wrote out the message Happy Father's Day. I probably should have used a different ink, but... So with the buckle, I think we need to actually put it through and then join it there. Now that I should have put on another piece of card. Okay, so we're back in a minute. Okay, so I got the leftover card that I cut the base card out of, and what I'll do is just stick it on there. I haven't stuck the buckle yet because I want to make sure that it fits nicely. So it don't want too much. And just cut round quickly. Probably would have been better to cut on the scan and cut because you can get such a fine detailed cut. Don't need to cut around the buckle because that colour is obviously you'll take more care at home. Now that's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. I think also just going to shape it a little bit. Might be nice if you inked up, if you'd done it in craft card and just inked it up a little bit, made it look like worn leather. That would be cool. Okay, so we've got to do these both these on foam pads. One, two. There we go. I mean, there's all sorts of things you can do if you know exactly what to do for your dad. My dad is not really into anything, so I always have to do a kind of generic, basic dad card. There we go. So it's very basic, but that's a named card. Obviously, you decorate it all different ways. And like I said, I'd love to see how yours come out. Give me some ideas as well. Okay.